Hello and greetings, fellow StarCrafters. This is PGL Milncraft.
And Two-Toed Sloth here.
And we're revved up to give you a,
Game number 2 of oGsMC versus TSL-Puma, actually EGPuma, and the NASL Finals.
NASL Finals.
NASL, it's actually the North American Star League. It's a great league. You should check them.
It is a pretty cool league.
So
I do like.
We want to give them props, even though I make fun of.
EG in control, a new teammate of the newly minted EGPuma, as opposed to the TSL-Puma, is the one of the commentators there. He's very good. I really enjoyed listening to him.
And I mean, Puma game 1. I mean, just those EMPs were fantastic.
Yeah, it was
phenomenal.
He got like 8 ghosts, and then he just like not a single ghost got feedbacked in that engagement. Is what I was most impressed about.
He just EMP'd the crap out of the High Templar and Archons.
Yeah.
And oGsMC was just like, there's too many of them.
MC sent one Templar forward, and then like it just got snipe before it could even feedback the ghost.
That's a trap.
And absolutely destroyed. And then like the Templar were all grouped to the north, and then like he was able to just move his ghosts up there, and then just like take them out.
And he had drops going on the other bases at the same time, which was crazy, you know. So
very good control. Very impressed with that. Even better than the previous semifinals, which if you haven't watched those, go ahead and watch those. They're really fun to watch. But TSL-Puma was impressive in those, but in this he's even better, to be honest.
And it's nice to see those different builds going too from that.
Alright, now it remains to be seen exactly what build. This map is Shattered Temple, the new and improved Lost Temple. Lost Temple being a map that goes back all the way to Brood War days. Shattered Temple, mostly the improvement is they took away a cliff that was over here.
Brood War?
What? Yeah, it was from the Brood War map.
I know, something said Brood War.
Brood War!
Brood War!
Battle of the Nerds. I don't want to touch that woman. I don't want to touch that woman even less than you. And he is actually able to trap that probe. Poor little probe, not going to be able to get out. All he's going to do is...
I'm just going to make a pylon in your base and cannon rush you. I'm just kidding.
Go for the cannon rush, MC. We all want to see it.
Actually, MC does, he does favor cannon rushes a lot of the time. Not often, but more so than a lot of other pro players.
I will say that cannon rushing a Terran tends to not work out too well.
They just lift up.
Lift, fly to the next base, land.
That's right.
But anyway, there's going to be no cannon rushing for that probe or anything else, as his robotness is going to be exploded, and we can all pray that he survives in robot hell where all Protoss burn.
Yeah. No gas still from Puma.
Yes. That means he's going for an early expansion. In fact, we see it right there.
That's right.
Yep. No gas. He's definitely going for a fast expansion, as obviously with the command center.
Yeah.
That was a good call, James.
That is usually. I didn't see the command center. I actually noticed beforehand. I'm sorry.
Okay. And then he'll probably be putting a bunker up right down here on the low ground to be able to protect against any sort of quick aggression from MC. Although I don't see any additional gateways from MC, so I would guess that MC is going for a 1 gateway expand as well. Basically equivalent builds. Yep.
There's the Nexus.
There it is. In the way. Canceled Nexus.
Why did that happen? Well,
he placed it wrong. I hate when I do that.
Come on.
Come on, MC. You're supposed to be the best in the world. Even the best make mistakes. Don't feel bad if you place your Nexus wrong. Just cancel it and replace it. It's not worth having to mine minerals wrong for the rest of the game. But these are basically equivalent builds. MC actually has a very large probe count for this early in the game. He is temporarily supply blocked. That's because he held off on getting minerals. He probably was going to get a pylon a little sooner, but he had to cancel his Nexus.
He's currently kiting the Marines all day, which is what you can do with those Stalkers, which are faster and outrange those Marines.
Yep, the combination of those two things means that Stalkers are quite effective. Not quite as annoying as Dragoons were in Brood War. Dragoons were in Brood War, rather, as those could actually outrange bunkers with Marines in them if you got the Singularity Charge upgrade, which increased their range by 2. But Stalkers can be annoying until you get that bunker. Then while the bunker's down, basically all that sort of harassment stops. Sometimes if the Protoss is going for like a 3 gateway expand, you can apply a little bit of pressure, use force fields, use Stalkers, move up, shoot at the bunker, move back until Terran gets siege tanks, and that'll put an end to that. Oh, and bad control from MC.
No, MC, yeah.
Losing an early Stalker. That Stalker did have 2 kills and fairly weakened another Marine. But other than that, that wasn't really worth the engagement. He definitely didn't need to lose that Stalker. He just wasn't paying attention.
I thought Puma was going to push out there. That would have been nice, though. Would have actually forced MC to pump out some units,
Now, yep, that's true. And now it remains to be seen what kind of tech that MC is going to settle on. He's only got 3 gateways so far, so we might be seeing a Stargate or a Robo. I would say most likely a Robo, because normally after expansion you don't want to go into Stargate, although it's definitely a viable build.
especially given the gap between them.
Yeah, definitely. And TSL Puma looks like he's sending an SCV out here. Not sure where he was going. But this is a nice little force actually from Puma, and he is going for a starport, or a Stargate rather. So he's not going for the robotics build. It remains to be seen if he's going for Phoenixes. Oh, is he going to lose another Stalker? No, he's not going to be able to lose another Stalker.
Gets away with him.
But this is actually, well, this force isn't that big from Puma, but if he kills a couple of Stalkers and then he waits for Stimpack to finish and goes for a timing push,
really becomes a problem.
Especially if MC goes for Phoenixes, that could be a really big issue.
I'm not sure if the Phoenixes were the right call last game.
That's true. The Phoenixes didn't end up doing a whole lot. They were able to get a couple of worker kills, do a little bit of scouting. You could argue that was worth it, but it was a big gas investment, really, right? Because it's 550 gas, 400 for the 4 Phoenixes, and 150 for the Stargate, as well as all of the minerals that he had to pump into them. And he could have just researched, if he wanted the scouting, he could have just researched Hallucinate. They did get, they killed 1 Viking. They were a little annoying, but overall, TSL Puma just did a terrific job keeping those at bay.
That's right.
Meanwhile, we see that a starport is up, as well as it has a reactor on it as well, that the factory was nice enough to build for it.
And the scouting factory is on its way.
I think if there's one job that I wouldn't want in this game, it's someone who flies the factory.
He's like, crap, really? My job is to produce units, and you're just using me to go scout.
Like, these jets weren't designed for scouting. They were designed for letting me fly to a new location that would be better at building. Like, yeah, these things are not green, though, don't get me wrong. Like, I don't care if that's running on hydrogen or some sort of, like, I don't know, futuristic fuel. That thing is pumping tons of pollutants into the atmosphere. Especially flying factories is what causes global warming.
That's right.
Tell your senator, outlaw flying factories.
Protoss doesn't really care, though, because, they're all machines.
We do have a drop here, actually. Oh, is he actually going to get the Stargate? He is able to supply block MC by killing a pylon. Another pylon is able to finish. It looks like he's not going to be able to get the Stargate. Meanwhile, we do see that MC was, in fact, going for Phoenixes. Able to deal a decent amount of damage. And actually... no, he's not going to chase that. He doesn't want to lose that Phoenix. Let's go to the units lost tab, and actually, oh no, Puma did come out ahead there, able to deal more damage to MC than he was able to take, and actually needs to drop those units out so we can heal them.
Still ahead of supply,
there he goes.
Too,
Puma is still
not Puma. I meant MC.
MC is indeed ahead of supply. That might be because he.
I need to take a nap.
Part of that might be workers, because MC is 5 higher on workers, so actually their army sizes are about exactly the same. And, that's just part of the way that the dynamic works between Protoss and Terran, because Protoss tends to have more workers.
Let's say once again, though, that Puma has a better unit composition. Just the MM with the, MMM, typically works out better than the Zealot Century with some Phoenixes. Yep,
definitely able to pick up a couple of Marines here, and again able to snipe that medevac. Very nice job.
Is huge.
There's 2 more medevacs coming out over here. Looks like... Well, I don't think there's enough Marines down here, although these Phoenixes are actually running out of energy. You only got enough energy for 1, or I think 2 more lifts. Yeah, 2 more lifts, just for both from that same Phoenix. So a couple more Marines there would be able to stop any sort of harassment there. And probably Puma's going to be putting up turrets, although he didn't really put up that many turrets in the previous game, and was still able to keep them at bay.
Look at this wide angle that medevac's taking. What a sneaky guy.
He wants to be as careful as possible. He doesn't want to lose that medevac. Meanwhile, this Marine is like, please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. He's hiding out.
Insane over there in that corner.
Luckily, though, he can join up with this medevac and get healed by the medevac and move in for an attack. Unfortunately, MC's forces are basically right in position to deal with this drop, so this drop isn't going to be too effective. Looks like Puma is also just positioning his forces. There's a lot of Phoenix that MC is committed to. 6 Phoenix. It looks like he's going to be able to go in, and they're nice. He's going to be able to get some worker drops in. Meanwhile, while he's doing that, though, he is being dropped on the top. His army is directly in the path, though, of this engagement, so that drop is not going to be too effective.
If he would have just went on this side over here, it would have... Oh, okay.
Yeah, if he was just on the left side.
Always, down with the mouse, always, going away.
Well, I want to take a look and see what the Phoenixes were doing, because that drop was getting cleaned up. Look at that Zealot count. Jeez! He has 30...
He has enough.
He has 25 Zealots. I can do math. He has 25 Zealots. Nice drop into the middle there, though.
Yeah.
Able to deal a lot of damage, hurt a lot of workers. Oh, and is he able to get sniped that before charge is finished?
Oh, that is huge. With all the Zealots, makes some...
Oh, charge did not finish, just barely. Seconds away from finishing. If he just used 1 more chrono boost, or like the drop was delayed just 1 more second, it would not have been able to do that. I believe that's the 2nd time that he's killed the Twilight Council. And he's even paused the Forge from being able to finish its weapons upgrade. Great drop. And also, if we look at the workers killed tab, he didn't actually kill that many workers. Looks like MC was able to pull his workers pretty well.
Yeah, but still, not getting charge finished in time, huge.
Yeah, absolutely huge. Puma knows that that's going to make him a lot safer from any sort of attacks. He could see from the Zealots engaging that they did not have charge, and he could see that the Twilight Council was researching something, so he could put two and two together.
Probably not Blink, you know, when there are no stalkers on the field.
Well, no, maybe he wanted Blink for his one stalker.
Well, he does have a stalker, the one that almost got picked
His one
off.
stalker was 16
that guy's
health.
Been living for a while.
Yeah. Now, actually, it looks like their golds are almost exactly identically taken. There was a planetary fortress going up and 4 ghosts. Nice EMP is able to EMP a majority of this armor. Meanwhile, the lack of charge Zealots are going to take a lot of damage, and those force fields were actually relatively poor placed. We're not able to cut the army.
Oh.
Yeah, and MC's still engaging, taking a lot of damage from his Marines. I think a lot of that is the Zealots are going to have a difficult time walking away. He is trying to pull back now, but he's going to lose a lot of forces in the meantime. And oh wow, he's going to actually just lose that game.
That's GG. So gosh, the snipe over there from the Twilight Council was huge.
Yep, that drop did it, and it wasn't because the drop, you know, killed a lot of workers and set MC economically behind. It was because he was able to snipe the Twilight Council just before charge finished. If there was charge in that match, I'm not saying MC would have won decisively or anything, but it certainly would have been a lot closer.
I don't think he would have won that last engagement. I think the last engagement would have been a lot closer.
Yeah, definitely very, very much closer. MC could have won. It's hard to say exactly. And so, very terrific game. Great control from Puma. I'm really impressed with what I've seen so far.
2-0 lead. That's
2-0 lead against MC. Yeah, very impressive.
Wow, not what I was expecting at all.
Yeah, not what I was expecting.
So we will see you for Game 3. Also check out ProGamingLeagues.com.
Yeah, definitely. It's a great website. Currently on alpha testing, but it's improving rapidly.
It's getting there. That's right.
That's PGO Milncraft.
And Tuto Sloth.
Signing off.